Hi there. I'm in here today in the kitchen because Mr. Fix-It has gone to town to have lunch with his work buddies. The retired people are getting together for their annual little luncheon thing. And I'm going to be in the kitchen while he's gone playing with my new toys, one of which I've had for a little bit, but I'm pretty excited by it because, you know, we're trying to eat healthier and more natural. And so I haven't bought a gallon of milk in, I can't tell you, maybe 2 years. And I do buy buttermilk and I buy canned milk, and it's probably not any better for you than anything else, but I use it for just a little bit in a sauce or in a soup or something, you know, if it needs milk. And instead of that, we use almond milk, but it's really almond, coconut, and oat with dates for sweetener. I run it through this. This is my, let me put this together. This is my Almond Cow, and it's a little mixer kind of thing. It's got a grinder here, like a blender. But then it's got this little basket that's got little teeny tiny holes in it. I don't know if you can see that even. It's got little teeny tiny, yeah, I mean, you can see through it now. That is where we put the dried items. The first thing we do is fill the I'm gonna put this down like this now. Let's see if that's gonna work. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, if you can see down in here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a line down in here for the minimum and maximum of water. So I'm gonna put some water in there. How are you all doing today? Are you having fun in the summer? Are you getting good weather, bad weather? Where are you watching me from? I'm here in beautiful West by God, Virginia. Okay. My home state that I returned to after living in Colorado for 40 years. Okay, now I'm gonna plug this in. I should have probably had this all done before I started, but I didn't. Okay, we'll get her plugged in. Now, there's a line on this as well that you don't go up over 1 cup of items to put in there. So what I'm going to do first is put a couple of dates. I'm going to get the seed out of it. And I'm going to kind of put those in the bottom. And then here's another one. See the seed for that? I bet you could plant that and get a little date tree. I may try that sometime. Okay, so I've put the 2 dates in the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is add some coconut. This is unsweetened flake coconut. I've got a couple of, you can see I've got a couple of desiccant things in here so to keep it dry. And it has done a really good job of keeping it dry. Okay, let's see if we can not get this second one in there. There we go. Okay, we're gonna pour some of that in there, not a lot. And then I'm going to put in some cashews. Just a handful of cashews. A handful of cashews, allegedly, I've read, has the same effect on you as Prozac of boosting your mood. So I'm going to put a little handful of that in there. And I'm going to put in a little bit of oats, because between the oats and the cashews, that helps to keep it really creamy. Oop, there we go, just a little of those. And then I'm going to add some almonds. I found that if you go just a little tiny bit over this, it's okay. It's not gonna take away your birthday. All right. Oh, I dropped. Okay, hang on a second here. I dropped oats down in there in my water. I don't suppose that makes a difference, but I'll get them out. Okay. Now we're going to, my hands here. Now this, that's about right. I think I might put another little bit of almonds in the top. I'm using just raw almonds that haven't had the hulls removed. You can soak them and then peel all of those hulls off, but I don't think it does anything to the taste. And so what if it has, you know, a little color to it? Now I have to kind of fit this in by squiggling it around, and then you turn it tight to fit on there. And you just set it down in here. And this thing is automatic. It will start up and run exactly the cycles that it needs to run. Like I said, I'm going to go on twice. So let's get this turned on, and it's going to make a lot of noise, so hang on. And we're ready for the third. Okay, that's the first cycle is done. I'm going to show you what we have in here. We have almond milk. Look how creamy and nice that is. I am going to run it through twice because I want to get every little bit out of that and thicken it up a little bit. There it is, the blue dot's back. So we're finished. Let's unplug it. Take this out. And now I have this little cup that has a X in the middle of it raised up, and I can set this right inside there, and it'll sit and complete its draining in there, and then I can add that. As you can see, let me get you over here. Look at that beautiful milk. Oops. Let's get you down some more. There we go. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of my home brewed vanilla. I'm going to put some of that in there because that just makes it have such a nice flavor. As you can see, let me get this out of the way. When I made this jar I've been working on, I've had it for 3 years. It doesn't go bad. And whenever I empty one of the smaller jars, I take the vanilla beans that are left in the bottom and put them in here, and that continues to steep and make this makes this extract really, really good. And if you stir it up, there's a lot of vanilla seeds down inside this. So if you stir it up, can you see that? Can you see the, let me get a little closer. I don't know if you can see it, but there's little specks in there. Those are the little seeds from the vanilla. So I'm going to put that in and put this up. I gave jars of vanilla away last Christmas. It really takes a good 2 years to age and get a really good vanilla. So I try to do it every year, and then that way my vanilla is good in stages and I can keep giving it away at Christmas time. All right, now I'm going to just pour this into my canning jar that I'll keep in the fridge. And look how nice that almond milk is. That is so nice and rich and yummy. And there's no preservatives, there's no chemicals, there's nothing been done to this. It's just wonderful almond milk with a nice hint of vanilla. Let me get another jar and I'll fix the rest of that. I'll do that after I go. I'll do that in a minute. Anyway, so there's almond milk. This, I'll get another pint out of this. So I'll have a quart and a pint, and this will last us. I don't use it after about 5 or 6, maybe 6 days, because, you know, there's no preservatives or anything in here to keep it from going bad. Not that it has for me, but I'm just careful. So that is almond milk. I'm sure that there's other ways to make it, but this is pretty labor easy. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.